It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection. Boopy doodly doo bum ba 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 ba. Hey everyone, welcome back and come on in. It's that toy guy, you know, that makes occasional toy videos, among other things. And this is no exception. Today we're going to look at the Atomic Drive Jet Racer. But as always, before we do, kick back in your easy, comfy Barco Lounger type chair or other type of seating arrangement. Grab that steaming, delicious cup of coffee. And you know what, Andrew? Yeah. I smell your steaming, delicious cup of coffee, which tells me that it's ready there, buddy. Yum, yum. I'm still working on my green tea. I can't have like hot coffee unless I'm having a late breakfast like my son does. Andrew, when are you going to take over making videos?
Whenever you need a sick day, I'm here for you.
He said he's here for me. Well, how about you're here for your coffee and get it out of here? It does smell good, though. Anyway, in one of my previous live streams, I showed some of the vehicles that came from this nondescript Canadian auction house. Some of you may or may not have heard of them, but I won't mention the name. You know why? Because they might find some other bargains down the road. Don't be offended, but you know. This is the Atomic Jet Drive, which I think so fairly cheap. I'm assuming this is 50s. And you know what? Let's look at this box. I do like the illustration. So the box is a little wavy, as you can see here, and I'll tell you why. Because there's no way that car fits in sideways, and the head is too tall. The head hits the box. And they made it like this. And I think they just said, well, screw it. So they could have extended this bottom. That would have been the smart thing to do. But I'm going to show you. You can't put it in sideways, right? There's no sideways. And the only other way is you put it in like this, and here you go. There's the head sticking out. And you know what? That's why I've always seen these boxes bowed, because that's where the head's hitting it. Now, the seller could have left it out of the box, but they didn't do that. But it's still not bad. I do like the graphics. Open wheel racer with a cool grill. I mean, I like these kind of cars in general, the styling of them. I mean, the exhaust looks freaking awesome. And I've never really seen AAA Japan. I mean, I've seen AAA, the auto company that you could join, and they'll give you a rental or tow or something like that. Does anyone use AAA anymore? It's all baked into the insurance. Anyway, you see in here, it's like the flaming, sparking. That's the Atomic Drive. It even has like a couple of patents on here. In case you were thinking of stealing patent number 27420-14367, think again, buddy, because it's spoken for. So you have friction, flaming, and smoking exhaust. That's a new one on me. But you know what? I didn't put a battery in there, so maybe it does. Friction, flaming, and smoking exhaust. You know what? Let me grab a battery real quick. I was wondering why, it had a battery compartment with no lights. But anyway, here's the car. It's pretty cool. All-tin guy here. You can see him there. Just cruising along with his helmet and goggles. Kind of very reminiscent of the style. And look at his clothes. He's got like a checkerboard shirt, striped sleeves. I mean, you're not going to find that outfit anymore anywhere. Well, maybe you can in San Francisco, but other than that, it was number 32. There's your display windows. Some rivets, some vents. Pretty cool, actually. The grill. This grill looks like a Jaguar grill. You know, the way it flares out. And then cool hubcaps, too. Now, the cream and red do look like the older colors that they use, so not like 60s. 60s didn't have a lot of cream. And the box depict the color perfectly with the stripe and everything. And he's having a good time. Look at him. He's like smiling over there. So anyway, what I noticed is under here, oh wait, this didn't have a, you take out that, what am I saying? Maybe, I don't think this took a battery. Or am I wrong? Maybe it does take a battery somewhere. Let's back this out. This was a pain to take out, a pain to put in. I don't want to break the tabs on here, so you're gonna have to live with me prying this. So here you take out your drive wheels. It's pretty hollow in there. Sometimes it's cool because you can look in one of these things and see that it was like a tin of Nestle's Quick in its previous life. So here's your drive. Look at this thing, man. This thing is your flint wheel, right? Looks pretty worn. Gears, which I could probably put some grease in there. And I'm assuming these are the flints in here. But it looks like the... I'm not seeing any sparking there. And, I kind of got confused because when I saw that, I was like, oh, maybe it had a battery in here. But no, it doesn't. So I'm not sure what would generate smoke other than the sparks. So this wheel needs to be, well, nothing really. You got your pinion gear isn't worn out, thank God. So, I don't know. I'm not sure, like, if those sparks generate the smoke. But it was at least an easy way to access the flints. See if I can get any. Oh, there's your spark. It's easier, believe it or not, to do it on here than it is to do it in the car. You see that? It probably has a rough surface so you don't just like completely wear out the flint, and they smooth it out and you just hit the rough sandy surface for the flints in a couple of spots. All right, and I gotta put this back in there like that. And you have to line up these two tabs, and then there you go. That's the rest of the car. So that's why I was, again, why I thought maybe it took a D battery for the smoke, like it had a heating element. That would have been pretty novel. I've never seen one like that. Of course, if you do this, you'll eventually see a spark in there. And then there's no traction whatsoever on this table. But that pretty much wraps up. I'll just go around here. I do like this exhaust. I wish they would have punctured 3 holes in there. That would have looked really cool. That is one of the coolest looking exhausts on a car that I've seen, to be honest. It's good looking again. And here you can see the black, which leads me to believe they use that one coating that always flakes off. But, other than that, it's pretty pristine for a, 70-year-old toy. And still sparking, no less, with 3 flints. So that concludes your Atomic Drive Jet Racer by AAA out of Japan. And if you have a remark, please let me know what you think of this thing. And as always, appreciate your time. And if you haven't subscribed by now, what the heck are you waiting for? With that, thanks again. I look forward to reading a reply, and I will talk to you later.